I would never have had the confidence to say, okay, I'm going to have a website and I'm going to put my jewellery on it if it hadn't been for Co.Starters.
I wasn't really sure what to expect with Co.Starters, but I quickly felt welcomed, and it was a great team with Peter and Scott running it. They made us feel secure enough to share our idea and that we weren't at risk of being pinched.
Co.Starters is really just it's a structured program that people can work their way through if they've got a business idea, and it doesn't really matter what that business idea is, and it really just takes people through the sort of elements that they're going to have to think through to work out whether their idea holds water. The thing I like about it is that it actually can fit for any business, so it doesn't matter whether it's a techie business or quite a practical business or full-time or part-time. It really just takes you through the sort of issues that you should really be thinking through.
The best thing about it is that it is a one-size-fits-all. If you've got an idea for anything from a small craft business in Dunedin to being the largest internet provider in the world, you can still run your assumptions through the Co.Starters program, which is 9 weeks long, and learn about all of the things that you need to do to figure out who your customers are, what barriers you might have to entering the market, ways that you can overcome those barriers, where to get the best business advice, and how to share your ideas in a non-threatening and confidential environment.
It's basically 3 hours a week for 9 weeks, and it takes you through step by step, using a thing called a lean business canvas as a sort of a model that you work your way through. The other good thing I like about it is that it's not particularly full of business language. It's tried to work around that, so for people who haven't got business experience, it sort of boils it down for them.
There's two parts I believe are most valuable. The first would be that there's a real emphasis on talking to your customer and refining what you're actually offering, but also having a group of people that you can feel comfortable with, where you can actually share your idea. That allows you to articulate it in a way that everyone can understand, and you make modifications to the way you're expressing it. And ultimately that helps you come to a better understanding of what you're really trying to achieve.
I thought for a long time that I would like to set up a small online business to sell my jewellery, but it's always just seemed too hard, I've got too busy, it's too difficult, and I've never done it. So a friend told me about Co.Starters and I came along, and it's been really interesting because a couple of times, because I've got quite a big day job, I lecture at the university, I almost thought, oh, this is just too hard, I can't do this, it's just... But being a part of a group, it just kept me going.
One of the things that got said in Co.Starters, which I totally agree with, is like startups actually drown in ideas. They don't starve from ideas, and it's really important to actually hone down the scope of what you're really trying to do and achieve a minimal viable product, and that's what Co.Starters has really helped me to come to the understanding of.
It was all about really focusing. It wasn't about the nuts and bolts. Thank you. It wasn't about the nuts and bolts of accounting or anything. It was actually about what are you trying to do, what is your product, and what is your market. And that was what was really valuable, that it was all the time saying, well, what really is your product? What is it that you're trying to sell? And then who is your market? What do your market want?